So hello, beautiful Three Sisters family here on Facebook. I am back with our second attempt, half an hour later than promised. So sorry for this courageous conversation. We had technical issues just now before, and so we are coming live back again. Courageous conversations are for revolutionary women, our three sisters who are choosing to share their gifts for causes bigger than themselves. Gifts, resources, time, ideas, creativities, in any way possible to raise our voices, our work for on behalf of life. And today we have a guest, a very special guest, as every woman, with a very special personal story, Lesley. She is hi, Lisa. Thank you for joining us here. Lesley has been an activist since a very early age. And so today, hi, Lesley, you are here.
We're here. Yay!
You landed, and I was just introducing you again for our Three Sisters and audience here on Facebook. So you have been an activist for the earth from a very young age. You speak for those that cannot speak for themselves, and the trees, of course, are included in that. Mm-hmm. For you, this belonging or being part of Three Sisters has been like coming home to belong to a group of like-minded women. Yes. And I would like to ask you, what does it mean for you to be part of Three Sisters in your own words? Hi, Charlotte, and hi, Denise. Thank you for joining us. So what does it mean for you to be part of Three Sisters?
It is so important. I can't believe that I've actually found this group because, like I say, it's just being with like-minded women. I feel that I'm doing something for the planet. I mean, in light of the latest climate change report, even the boss of Shell is saying that we need to plant trees the size of Brazil. And so to be part of Three Sisters, I'm very proud of it. You know, I've made some friendships, and I just feel that we're all in the same direction. And to be a restorative species is just so important right now. So I'm very, very, very proud that I found this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. Three Sisters is all about also an outer journey as much as an inner journey. Yes. So here we believe that as we transform ourselves, we transform the world. As we transform the world, we transform ourselves.
Exactly. Yeah.
Would you share with us, what did you experience in the inner journey, this inner experience? And then we move into the outer experience. But
I found that the meditations and the teachings and listening to Claire, you know, of what she's doing in the world, it's just helped me move forward. You know, sometimes you get very discouraged with what's happening in the world, and you kind of feel alone in some ways, and you feel that you're, you know, always meeting sort of with resistance. But with Three Sisters, if we have any kind of problem or we want to share something, you know, I had a dream a while ago of whales. You know, the orcas are really in trouble right now in British Columbia. And I had a dream that the whale was stuck in oil. And out of nowhere, all this line of Three Sisters after Three Sisters came, and we pushed the whale back out into the ocean to its pod, you know, to freedom. And I posted that on the Inner Journey. And so many women were saying, I have whale stories, and I had a whale dream, and you know, the elders of the ocean, as the trees are the elders of the land. And it was just beautiful to be understood, you know, to just feel that we're all moving in the same direction. So yeah, it's very, very, very beautiful place to be.
Yeah, and sometimes as women that we think we are the only one who care about certain things. Yeah. Oh my God, where do we find the support, right? To rise, to act, to share our voices. So important. I feel the togetherness, yeah, the sisterhood that we call, that we experience as we gather here in this community, in the inner journey.
Exactly. Yeah, I've made lots of friends on the inner journey, and people like Lisa, who's going through radiation right now. We all said she was wearing these funny socks, on the Facebook Live, and so we're like, oh, we're gonna send you socks. And I just purchased some bee socks and some Canadian socks, so I'm gonna send those to her soon. And these are people that you don't know at all, but you just feel drawn to, and you do feel that sisterhood with what with this page and with Claire and the whole group. So it's a very encouraging place to be right now in light of what's happening in the world. So
Yeah. Hi,
yeah.
Yingpang, and hi, Cheryl, for joining us here. Yeah, I feel this. I think one of the things that this inner journey is sharing for us all is, decoding and help us unlearn the separation and the competition between women, right? As when we women come together, we are really unstoppable. Yes, there are so many hearts and hands and resources and creativity and power and fearless transformation. Not because we don't fear, but because when we are together, it's easier. Yes, you just experience with the whales, knowing that women that we don't know personally at all, but we can become so intimate with each other when we share in this way that we are sharing in the inner journey.
It is, and especially when we know that we're working towards something that's very positive, and that's in, the new climate report is to plant trees, and everywhere that we're learning that this is the right direction. And if we plant 1 billion trees, 2 billion trees, each of us giving monthly, it makes that difference. All of us together will make that difference. And I'm very, very happy about that.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit, how did you start it? What does it take to start, as an activist? What does it look like? What do we need to rise as an activist? Because sometimes we think it's like a big thing and I need to be like super mega courageous, but how does it look like really? You started very young, yeah?
I think I was thinking about that the other day, and I think I had a traumatic experience happen when I was 6 years old, and I was stopped from speaking and breathing for some time, and only turning my head, right, and screaming out saved my life. And I think that has always stuck with me, to speak for those that can't speak for themselves, the trees and the birds and all of nature. I've just been very attracted to that. So having that feeling of knowing what that's like has propelled me in my life to stand up for what can't stand up for itself. And it's been through the years. I know people say to me, oh, Lesley, you stand up for so many things, but it's anything that creates imbalance and anything that creates pollution and affects the ecosystem of the planet. So there is a theme. I do belong to a lot of different things, but there is a theme of imbalance in our planet. So I try to do, and I know it's uncomfortable. I mean, this is uncomfortable to come live and to try and, do this whole technical thing, but we have to step out of ourselves. We have to step away from our egos of what this will look like or what we will sound like, and just, scream it from the mountains that we have to change. There's no other way. I mean, taking your travel mug to Starbucks is uncomfortable at first. Oh, I forgot it. Well, then don't have a coffee. It takes 21 days to make a habit. So just start there. Start small and just build, because we need the voices, for the children of tomorrow. So that's what propels me.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love what you're
Yeah.
sharing, because I do believe that this inner journey is necessary for us to really, really root our voices and our commitment to show up, yes, for causes in our own pain, remembering really how
Yes.
painful it was for us. That's what I do as well as a soul alchemist. I mean, I have suffered so much in my childhood for so many things that I will not
Yes.
share now, but
Yeah.
I think that because we know how it feels, and that's why we want to come back in our body, right, through our inner
Mm-hmm.
journey, to really embody this and grow deep roots in the dark, muddy places of us so we can keep going no matter what, right?
And keep going together. I mean, that's
Together,
what makes the
yes.
big difference, you know, is to know that there's like-minded people and like-minded women around the world. You know, when I post something on the Inner Journey and someone from, you know, from Spain, like you're, you know, from all over the world reacts to that and they all feel the same, that's just so encouraging, you know, because you can get quite discouraged with just the way the governments are and things that are happening. But I think there's so much power in what we're doing. And I'm very proud of that. Yeah.
What are the ways that you have found to share your voice for these causes, for the ones who cannot speak for themselves? How does it look like your activist activities or movements?
Well, they're usually local. I mean, I sign a lot of petitions. I just signed a petition just yesterday for the orcas. I belong to different groups, you know, that help protect against logging sensitive areas, against the pipeline, you know, different things in the community. I mean, I started when my children were very small. There was an inversion of pollution from the mill, and so we started this group called Mothers Against Pollution. And we got test monitoring to see what, you know, the degree of the effluent. And, you know, we helped make change there. So, you know, you always have a voice. And especially when you're together, it's very powerful. And I found that through the years with just different issues with my daughter's health, you know, advocating for her and just always, I mean, my job, I advocate for people with developmental disabilities. So it's always just keeping that charge going. It just drives me. So, you know, sometimes I would probably like to relax and not think about it, but it's just not the way I'm made. You know, it's just not who I am. So yeah, I want to encourage all women to join Tree Sisters and to, you know, to donate to planting trees in tropical areas so that we can help combat climate change. Definitely.
Yeah, and restore the natural
Yeah,
habitat for so many species as well.
absolutely. Absolutely. I went to see Jane Goodall just in Vancouver a few weeks ago, and she's 84, you know, and she's still going. She's traveling around the world at 84, and she has habitats for monkeys, and she's building hospitals and schools and, you know, just creating a balance with the ecosystem. And so it just drives you to keep going, yeah, with what's happening right now, especially.
Yes, yes, beautiful. What is, in your own words, an invitation to women to join? What is in the Inner Journey and in the contribution to Three Sisters, as you say, monthly donations or water carriers or many other? But what does it? How would you invite women? What is important for you for them to understand?
Well, there's so many layers to Tree Sisters. You know, there's the Women's Seeding Change, which is a beautiful name, and then the Inner Journey, where there's all the free meditations and teachings, and then I've just joined the Pollinators, so I'm looking forward
For
to
the courage to shine. Yeah.
what's happening with that. Yeah, I was thinking the other day about, you know, we've been given this information from, you know, many scientists and 6,000 references to climate change that we have 10 to 12 years, you know, to make a difference. And when I read that and I think, what if, you know, you're given a terminal illness, a doctor tells you you have 10 to 12 years to make changes, to make, you know, change your lifestyle, change what you're doing. You know, you would do that, right? Like you would either sit back and go, oh, I've got 10 to 12 years, or you would say, I want to live a long time. I want to live a long, happy life. And that's what we have with the planet right now. You know, we can sit back and say, oh, I'm just going to, you know, do what I want, right? I've got 10 to 12 years, and then the storms are going to get worse, and the sea levels are going to rise, and the ice in the Arctic is going to melt. And that's just the way it is. Or we can do everything possible, you know, every stone unturned. We can just make a change, and we can do it together, and I know it can happen. So that's how I feel. You know, if you were given that news for yourself, for your own body, would you make a difference? Well, we're being given that sentence for the world that we live on, you know, the world that we rent. We want to give back to our future instead of taking from our future all the time. And so I just welcome women. I think if they joined, it would be the best decision they've ever made in their whole life, for themselves, for their family, and for our planet. Yes.
Yeah,
feel very strongly.
Yeah, I can feel it. I can feel it. But because it's good what, yeah, I totally feel what you are saying. You know, if we are told that, you know, wouldn't we change the way we eat or move or live, you know, if it is about our own body? So what about the body of our earth, right? And the air we breathe, and also the legacy we leave behind us. Yeah, it's like hopefully we understand the importance of leaving this world better than what we found it.
Absolutely. Be the change you want to see in the world right now, because it's time.
It is, absolutely.
It is
time. Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yeah,
join us now.
Yeah, this is an invitation for everyone to really join in a small or big way, because at the end of the day, every one of us counts, right? That's what we always say. So it doesn't need to be a massive, courageous act or donation, right? But it can be small as well, and consistent and persistent, what makes really a difference.
It does. And all of us together will make it happen. We just have to keep bringing more people on and donating more, and you know, we've planted 2 million trees already, so let's get it up to 2 billion trees. And I'm very grateful. I'm grateful to you and to Claire and to Pollyanna and everybody that's involved in Tree Sisters. Thank you so much for creating this beautiful space.
Thank you, Lesley, for showing up here courageously.
Finally.
Finally, yeah, it has been wonderful. And, you know, I really love to feel that, you know, we can really make a difference as you are, you know, in your spare time, like really committing and showing up for what feels important to you, right? It doesn't have to be that we have a job or a family, our excuse not to contribute, not to do small steps, small actions in whatever way we can. So I love your sharing here. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. And hello to everybody. Thank you so much for being part of Tree Sisters.
Yes.
I love you.
Yes. Claire, thank you so much for joining us. We are still here.
Oh, hi, Claire.
Yes. Hi, Claire. And yeah, so I wanted to also invite everyone here to join our introductory call with Claire herself next 25th of October for our Courage to Shine 21-day immersion. So it's time for us to shine our gifts. Everyone is invited. Claire will be introducing the course, her new material, her new teachings for those called to lead in new ways and make contributions for the earth, for all of us. So I will post the link to that course here below, and also the link to the contribution for our Tree Sisters Women Seeding Change, if you want to be part of us, which we do hope people join us. We
absolutely.
So thank you, Claire. You just shared the link. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Lesley.
Oh, thank you so much.
We continue our journey here together.
Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yes, bye. Have a nice day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone, for being here with us.